Welcome to Quarantine Quiz 1. Let's get quizzical. I'm Emily Slade, host of Why This Film podcast, and I'm here to do some quizzes because there just aren't enough of those, are there, at the moment? So we need some more. So here's some more. Grab yourselves a pen and some paper, write down your own answers. There are going to be 6 rounds. I will give you 3 rounds and then the answers, and then another 3 rounds and then the answers. You will have audio rounds and visual rounds, so make sure you pay attention. Let me know your team name in the comments and also how you do, and we'll see how you fare on the leaderboard, which does exist, it's a thing, and you could be on it. Are we sitting comfortably? Then let's begin. Round 1. For the pub quizzer. Here are 10 questions that are the most overused, overdone pub quiz questions ever. Let's get into it. Number 1. What is the biggest fish in the ocean? What is the biggest fish in the ocean? Number 2. What is the most common blood type? So what is the most common blood type? Number 3. What is the only fruit to possess seeds on the exterior? So what is the only fruit to possess seeds on the exterior? Number 4. Which country won the first ever World Cup? So which country won the first ever World Cup? Number 5. When listed alphabetically, what is the first country? So when listed alphabetically, what is the first country? Number 6. Which country was the first to have a female Prime Minister? So which country was the first to have a female Prime Minister? Number 7. What percentage of people are left-handed? What percentage of people are left-handed? Number 8. How many gallons of beer are in a firkin? I'm British, so I'm looking for imperial gallons. So how many imperial gallons of beer are in a firkin? Number 9. How long was the 100-Year War? How long was the 100-Year War? And number 10, which country has the largest population in the world? So which country has the largest population in the world? So that was your For the Pub Quizzer General Knowledge Pub Quiz question round. So we move swiftly on to round 2, which is speeches. You're going to hear some clips of famous speeches. All I need you to tell me is who is speaking. So there's going to be 10 clips. You're going to hear the clip through twice, and you need to tell me who is speaking.
This is the first campaign of its kind at the UN. We want to try and galvanise as many men and boys as possible to be advocates for change. This is the first campaign of its kind at the UN. We want to try and galvanise as many men and boys as possible to be advocates for change.
As a free man, I take pride in the word Ich bin ein Berliner. As a free man, I take pride in the word Ich bin ein Berliner.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, and I rise to oppose the motion moved by the Leader of the Opposition. And in so doing, I say to the Leader of the Opposition, I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, and I rise to oppose the motion moved by the Leader of the Opposition. And in so doing, I say to the Leader of the Opposition, I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man.
We shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills. We shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award. I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Today there's not a man nor woman in here that shall stand alone. Not today. Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse. Today there's not a man nor woman in here that shall stand alone. Not today. Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts in people's hearts, but I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen, actually. I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts in people's hearts, but I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen, actually.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that.
Oh, it's genuinely quite stressful. This is hilarious. Oh, it's genuinely quite stressful. This is hilarious.
Through one of the marvels of modern science, I am enabled this Christmas Day to speak to all my peoples throughout the empire. Through one of the marvels of modern science, I am enabled this Christmas Day to speak to all my peoples throughout the empire.
Come to round 3, which is find the link. So I'm going to give you 10 questions which you need to answer preferably correctly, because if you do get them correct, you'll notice some running theme or link that links all the questions together. So 10 questions, answer those questions. Once you've got all the answers, look through your answers and see if you can spot some sort of theme or link that ties them all together. So you'll get points for answering the questions correctly, and you'll get points for getting the link. Number 1. Gemini famously represented the UK at Eurovision in 2003 with Crybaby. But what was notable about their entry? So Gemini famously represented the UK in Eurovision in 2003 with Crybaby, but what was notable about their entry? Number 2. I'm looking for the name of the file hosting and synchronization service operated by Microsoft as part of their web version of Office. So the name for the file hosting and synchronization service that's operated by Microsoft that's part of their web version of Office. Number 3. In baseball, catchers frequently signal a curveball or deuce by showing what? So in baseball, catchers frequently signal a curveball or deuce by showing what? Number 4. Which British king appears in the musical Hamilton? Which British king appears in the musical Hamilton? Number 5. Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, and siblings Johnny and Sue Storm make up what? So that was Reed Richards, Ben Grimm. Siblings Johnny and Sue Storm, they make up what? Number 6. Which television channel launched in Britain in 1997? So which television channel launched in Britain in 1997? Number 7. Songs No Way, Heart of Stone, and Don't Lose Your Head can be found in which 2019 musical? So the songs No Way, Don't Lose Your Head, and Heart of Stone can be found in which 2019 musical? Number 8. What are the fictional detectives written by Enid Blyton known as? So what are the fictional detectives written by Enid Blyton known as? Number 9. What does a byte commonly consist of? So that's B-Y-T-E. What does a byte commonly consist of? And number 10. If you found yourself in a wardrobe with Catherine Parkinson, at a restaurant with Philip Glenister, or in a football changing room with David Morrissey, where would you be? So if you found yourself in a wardrobe with Catherine Parkinson, at a restaurant with Philip Glenister, or in a football changing room with David Morrissey, where would you be? So answer all of those questions. What's the link? So those were the first 3 rounds of the quiz. Take some time if you need to, pause the video, go over anything that you want to do. Otherwise, we'll dive straight in with the answers for rounds 1 through to 3, and then we will move straight on into rounds 4 to 6. Let's go. So it's time for some answers. Round 1 for the pub quizzer. Number 1, the biggest fish in the ocean is a whale shark. Whale shark. Number 2, the most common blood type in the UK is type O. Oh. Number 3, the fruit to possess seeds on the exterior is a strawberry. It's a strawberry. Number 4, the first country to ever win the first World Cup was Uruguay. Number 5, when listed alphabetical order, the very first country is Afghanistan. Number 6, the first country to have a female prime minister was Sri Lanka. Number 7, the percentage of people that are left-handed is 10. 10% of people are left-handed. Number 8, looking for British imperial gallons in a firkin, it's 9. Number 9, the 100-Year War was 116 years. And number 10, the country with the largest population in the world is China. Answers to round 2, it was your audio round. I gave you clips of famous speeches. I needed you to tell me for a point who is speaking. Number 1, that was Emma Watson. Number 2, that was JFK, John F. Kennedy, President of the United States. Number 3, that was Julia Gillard. Number 4 was Winston Churchill. Number 5 was Taylor Swift, right before she got interrupted at the VMAs. Number 6, I'm looking for Marshall Stacker Pentecost. If you put Idris Elba, you can have half a point. You're welcome. Number 7, that was Princess Diana. Number 8, Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin. Number 9, Olivia Colman. Icon. And number 10, that was His Majesty King George the 5th. 5th, not 6th. 5th. The. Round 3 was your find the link. So I'm looking for answers to the questions and then the overall link. You get a point for every question that you get right, and you get 2 extra points if you get the link as well. Okay, let's go. Question 1. Gemini at the Eurovision in 2003 very famously got 0 points. That is what was notable. They were the first team to ever get no points. None. No points. 0 points. Number 2, the file hosting and synchronization service operated by Microsoft. It's the OneDrive. Yay. Number 3, in baseball, catchers frequently signal by showing 2 fingers for a curveball or a deuce. Clue in the name. Number 4, the British king that appeared in Hamilton is King George III. Number 5, Reed Richards, Ben Grimm and Johnny and Sue Storm are the Fantastic Four. We getting the link, we're getting it, let's see where we're going, let's see where this is going. And number 6, the television channel that was launched in 1997 was Channel 5. Number 7, No Way, Hearthstone and Don't Lose Your Head can be found in the musical 6, about the 6 wives of Henry VIII. Number 8, the fictional child detectives written by Enid Blyton were the Secret 7. And number 9, a byte, B-Y-T-E, commonly consists of 8 bits. And number 10, if you were in a wardrobe with Catherine Parkinson, a restaurant with Philip Glenister, or a football changing room with David Morrissey, you would be inside number 9. So those are your answers. well done if you got those right, and an extra 2 points to you if you got the link, which was numbers in ascending order from 0 to 9. Numbers. 0 to 9. Numbers. So we move on to round 4, which is your picture round. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to be replaced by some pictures. The round, name of the game, is Pop Pop. You're going to see a picture of a pop vinyl, as demonstrated in the back here. Super cool. You're going to see a picture of a pop vinyl that represents a musician, not necessarily a pop star, but a musician. So it's not that clever. You have to tell me who the musician is. Here they are. And round 5. Netflix or Prime originals. So I'm going to give you the name of a television program. It is either an original TV show as seen on Netflix streaming service or Amazon Prime streaming service. So all you need to tell me, is it Netflix or is it Prime? So number 1, BoJack Horseman. Netflix or Prime? Number 2, The Man in the High Castle. Number 3, Orange is the New Black. Number 4, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Number 5, Carnival Row. Number 6, Good Omens. Number 7, Hannah. Number 8, Ozark. Number 9, The Expanse. And number 10, Stranger Things. So are they Netflix or are they Prime? And we move now to our final round of the quiz. It's called Experiment 626. It's another audio round. You're going to hear clips of me. I'm going to be singing songs from the movies. So you need to tell me what the song is and what movie it's from. The catch, I'm singing them as Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Good luck. So you need to tell me the name of the song and the movie that it's from. Famous movie theme tunes as Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. You're welcome.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you, the one. Now I've had the time of my life. I've never felt this way before. This I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Such a heart, such a soul, and when you find me there, you search no more. The power of love is to listen. There's a run and rip, there's another man's son. Send your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Everything is awesome. Everything is true when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living out a dream. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. The love that's all around me, and so the feeling grows. Ho, 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 ho. Ooh, wow. Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Should stay. I would only be in the race where I go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the road.
Answers to round 4, your picture round, Pop Pop. I asked you which musician this pop vinyl was meant to be. Who were they meant to be? Who were they meant to be? Number 1, that's meant to be Ed Sheeran. Number 2, it's Amy Winehouse. Number 3 is Freddie Mercury. Number 4, it's Britney Spears. It's iconic. Number 5, that was Jimi Hendrix. Number 6 was Ozzy Osbourne. Number 7, those were flowers that he was holding, not asparagus, and that was meant to be Morrissey. Number 8 was John Lennon. Number 9 was Mariah Carey in her All I Want for Christmas outfit. And number 10, that was the Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls, or simply Biggie. Round 5 was your Netflix or Prime originals. I asked you, what television program is this from? Where is it? Which streaming service does it belong to? Whose is it? Is it Netflix or Prime? Number 1, BoJack Horseman. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's on Netflix. Number 2, The Man in the High Castle. is on Prime. Number 3, Orange is the New Black is on Netflix. Number 4, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is also on Netflix. Number 5, Carnival Row is on Prime. Number 6, Good Omens is on Prime. And the BBC, but like Prime. It was Prime originally. Number 7, Hannah is on Prime. Number 8, Ozark is on Netflix. Number 9, The Expanse is on Prime. And number 10, Stranger Things is Netflix. And round 6, Experiment 626. Well done if you made it through this round and didn't give up halfway through because of my annoying voice. Here are your answers. Number 1, that was My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. Beautiful rendition. Number 2 was I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing. Number 3, that was Unchained Melody from Ghost. Number 4 was Everything I Do It For You from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Number 5, that was The Power of Love from Back to the Future. Number 6 was Mrs. Robinson from The Graduate. Number 7 was Everything is Awesome from the Lego Movie. Number 8 was Love is All Around from 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Number 9 was Don't You Forget About Me from The Breakfast Club. And number 10 was I Will Always Love You from The Bodyguard. Well done if you got them. So that is the end of Quarantine Quiz 1. Let's get quizzical. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good time. If you did, like and subscribe. For updates, if you want more videos like this, if you liked certain rounds, if you didn't, let me know in the comments. Remember to put down your quiz name and how well you did. Make sure to share this with anyone who's not completely sick of quizzes yet. And I do run the podcast, Why This Film Podcast. It's a podcast that looks back on the movies of your childhood. So we go all the way back to Nostalgia Land, from Zulu to Shark Tale to The Swan Princess to Pebble and the Penguin, all of the childhoods, all of the nostalgia. Take a listen. We're across all normal podcasting platforms. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. This is our YouTube channel, where I also do film quizzes for the film nerds, because they are quite challenging and tricky. So if you think you know your films, head on over to another part of this page and click on the one that is branded pink, because those are the film quizzes and they're really fun. I like doing them, they're fun, and they're challenging. So yeah, good luck again. Come up with your film quiz name, put it in the comments, let me know how you did, and you can join that leaderboard too.